Back on CBS Sports HQ, where the cardiac Commanders do it again. The team with the young quarterback was the one with all the poise come crunch time. A stop needed there by Tampa. Instead, it's Zane Gonzalez off the upright and in. A game winner as time expires once again for a 5th consecutive week. The Commanders winners at or around the horn in dramatic fashion, and this time it's a playoff win for Jaden Daniels. Let's dive in. Joe Musso alongside my guy, the 2-time Super Bowl champ in Bryant, McFadden. Logan Ryan joining the conversation as well. Fellas, this is what we've come to expect from this team. Poise in the moments, no longer a rookie. It's the quarterback leading the way and sort of the bellwether for that team, Mac. What'd you see from Jaden Daniels down the stretch, specifically in that fourth quarter?
Cool, calm, and collected. When you look at Jaden Daniels, when you watch him play, you really feel like you're watching a 10-year vet because no moment is too big for him. And once again, he's Mr. Clutch. When you look at one-possession games with the Commanders this season, he's always been able to put his team in positions to win. And we saw that tonight. When you look at that final third down scramble, when you look at Kalaja Kansi beating his offensive lineman with speed, a free opportunity to get Jaden Daniels down. He just made a play, stiff arm, was able to get the first down that was needed. And that was that sealed the game for them. And then let's go back in the fourth quarter, right? Look at the fourth quarter touchdown he threw right there to Scary Terry. I mean, that was a thing of beauty. He is so poised in these big-time moments. I mean, he's outstanding. And it's like anytime he has an opportunity to win a game, you believe he's going to win it. It's almost like he gives you that Pat Mahomes effect. When you watch Pat Mahomes in a final drive where he needs to score or go home, you know what's going to happen. You're getting the same vibe with Jaden Daniels throughout his rookie campaign. And once again, he delivered the goods, was the best passer in this ball game, was the best rusher for the Commanders, and he continues to surprise and amaze all of us as fans.
He is that rising tide that raises all of the ships, per se. I got two-time Super Bowl champs with me. And Logan, you know that this sort of thing comes with time and experience. Sometimes you got to feel the loss to earn that win, but this is an unbroken road of green lights right now. What strikes you most about the way that Daniels performed in this game?
B-Mac hit it. I mean, he's poised beyond his years. When you see rookie quarterbacks, you really want to get after them. You really want to pressure them. And I played for Todd Bowles. I played in that secondary with Antoine Winfield and Jamel Dean. And obviously Baker Mayfield fumbled a snap there or a handoff. But a key moment to me in this game is when Jamel Dean got injured. And they brought in the cornerback Josh Hayes. And right away, Jaden Daniels found that matchup and attacked him. That's who Terry McLaurin beat in the end zone there. And I saw Todd Bowles. He's going to have a game plan to really fluster quarterbacks. You see him do it to Jalen Hurts in the playoffs often. He finds a quarterback's weakness. He said it at halftime. We got to keep him in the pocket, flush him to his left, whatever that may be. He's going to study all week to find that weakness, and Jaden Daniels didn't show it. When Dean gets hurt, they attack the corner that comes in. Todd Bowles starts bringing a lot of pressure, and a rookie quarterbacks tend not to like pressure, and Jaden Daniels figured it out. He was sharp. Another fourth quarter victory. I mean, since the Chicago Hail Mary, he had games such as New Orleans, Philadelphia, Atlanta, the Atlanta game to get into the playoffs. These are all fourth quarter victories that Jaden Daniels did. This is like his 5th one this season. That is unheard of for a rookie quarterback to be that calm and pull it off every single time.
They say water finds its level and the numbers sort of average out, and he's living only in the win column with the way that he has performed and the way that he's executing in these fourth quarter moments, Mac. We saw a look there from Todd Bowles. We had a 2-spy look on a big play on that last drive as well. Some things that Tampa's going to want back, not just specific to that side of the ball, but also offensively. Logan alludes to it there. The failed end around, and you also had a ball snap that wasn't supposed to be on that next drive. This fourth quarter by Tampa was very out of character in what we've come to expect.
Very, very sloppy. And to your point, when you look at the defense, they bowed their back. They got a turnover on downs. At that moment, you're up 17-13.
Squarely in control.
With the clock on your side. Find a way to execute. These are mishaps where in regular season football, you might be able to get over those hurdles. But in postseason play, where mistakes are at the bare minimum, that will get you sent home. Because guess what Washington did? They protect Wilson. They didn't have any turnovers. That one turnover was the deciding factor. And then also, too, you talked about the snap, the premature snap that no one was prepared for outside of the center.
Graham Barton was the only one on that count.
Whatever play you were trying to run on third down, it wasn't there because the snap came in a moment where Baker was not prepared to receive the snap, and you had to settle for the field goal. And in that situation, that just gave the time that was needed for Jayden Daniels. And like I said, when you watch Jayden Daniels, and Logan, you talked about all the one-possession games he's been able to come through in the clutch in. When he trotted on the football field, as a fan, if you didn't have a dog in the race, you felt like it's over.
Here we go.
You felt like it. And think about other quarterbacks in the National Football League that gives you that same mindset when they trot on the football field in a one-possession game. You sit back and you say, you know what time it is. There's nothing you can do. The Joe Burrows of the world, the Pat Mahomes of the world, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Jayden Daniels has that same mystique about his game, which is rare to your point, Logan. He's still in year one, but he seems like he's a double-digit vet.
Yeah, B-Mac, you know when you play defense in the NFL and you're in these big moments, these big games, yes, your offense makes some mistakes, which Tampa did, but defensively, you never want to end on the field. You got to get the ball back to your offense one last time. You got to stop on that last possession. You got to find a way to get off the field on third down. And playoff football, to me, it's about making the other team blink. Who can stay more patient? Who can stay more in their game plan? Who can knock who off their pivot? And the Tampa defense, they played well in the first half. In the red zone, they had a fourth down stop. They were forcing the field goals, but Jayden Daniels didn't blink. They couldn't knock him off his pivot. That kid stayed patient beyond his years. They couldn't get him to change their game plan. He stood in there and he played his best football in the fourth quarter. Tampa's offense only had 2 possessions there in the fourth quarter. Yes, they fumbled it away, but the defense didn't get stops to give their offense the ball in the fourth quarter because I'm sure if Baker Mayfield had it, he would have probably scored in the end as well. But Jayden Daniels never gave the ball back to him. We see the great quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers did it for a lot of his careers. Patrick Mahomes does it, where they never let your offense get the ball back. They're going to use all 4 minutes up and kick that field goal at the end because he's so efficient on third down. So he played phenomenal tonight. Both the quarterbacks played well. Jayden Daniels just had the ball more. Tampa had to get this rookie quarterback off his spot. They weren't able to do it, man. He was better than Todd Bowles in that defense. And Todd Bowles is famous and has a Super Bowl ring for making Patrick Mahomes look so bad in a Super Bowl in a big moment. He couldn't have that result on Jayden Daniels tonight.
And Logan, to your point about the Bucs only having 2 offensive possessions in the fourth quarter, look at the entire ball game. Commanders ran 69 plays compared to Tampa's 44 plays. That's controlling the game. That's controlling the clock. They could not get Jayden Daniels off the football field, and it felt like when they had him, he made the necessary plays to be able to extend the play and keep their offense on the football field.
Washington's 3rd game this season with no punts and no turnovers. I mean,
wow.
You're not going to beat a team. No punts, no turnovers. How do you find a winning formula around that if you're a team like the Bucs are coming up now, a team like Detroit that's got all the tools and the defense has raised its level even amidst all those injuries, and we'll get to a matchup there in a bit, but this is also a moment for a city. We do have to broaden off of what this quarterback has done in this game because it's what this quarterback has done for this city. Not since 05, Mac, have they felt this sort of joy or this sort of hope, and whatever's ahead is whatever's ahead, but this is a moment for the city of Washington that has watched a loser for so long. What does this moment mean? You've been around that groundswell feeling, obviously a historic franchise for both of you fellas here, but it's got to mean something big.
It gives the entire city hope because the thing about D.C., that's a football area. They love football, and they have unique tradition in the Commanders. But for such a long time, it's almost like their season has been over in November. You have no playoff aspirations. But when you bring a kid in like Jayden Daniels, along with the head coach and Dan Quinn, who's a player's coach, who has the respect of the locker room, they provide hope. And then when you see that hope get on the football field and then become consistent, everything feels better in D.C. right now. Everything. Even when it's cold outside, it feels like it's hot. Even when it's gloomy outside, it feels like it's sunny. Everything, the food tastes better. Water tastes better. When your team is winning, you don't have a bad day. Think about for fans that root for losing teams. Anytime they lose, first of all, you know they're going to lose. You feel like they're going to lose. And when they actually do lose, everything is bad. Your Mondays are bad.
This feels personal.
I'm sorry. I'm not talking about your organization.
Not right now. We don't need it right now.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, go get his jersey, man. Go get his jersey because more is coming. He just had a road playoff victory, and he made it look easy. Effortless, cool, calm, collected. I mean, that's hard to do. We look at the Chargers. They say they're chargering when they look like they should have a great performance there. They don't show up. B-Mac Steelers, my God, they haven't won a playoff game in 10 years. Jaden Daniels was in 6th grade, and now he's out here getting a playoff win for his city, and it hasn't been 20 years or whatever since they won one, and he made that one look easy. Why not go into Detroit next week and do the same thing? I think he could pick apart that secondary. So, I mean, he doesn't even know what he's doing for history because it is hard to win playoff games. We look at a lot of franchises, a lot of franchise quarterbacks, they don't have good playoff records. I seem like Jaden Daniels, this guy might win more than he loses in the playoffs because if that's his first one, he made it look that easy. Why not say that the other ones won't be just as easy for him? So you definitely got to cherish this kid is special now. Go get his jersey, go get his rookie card. It's going to be worth a lot of money one day.
That is also the first road win as we sit here and speak of this wild card weekend. Belongs to Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders moving ahead to take on those Lions. Fellas, we appreciate the insight as always.